Namaskar. I'm reporting to you from the Amada School of Engineering, Chennai campus, Amada Vishwavidyapeetham. The purpose of this video is to give you an insight into why one should choose to join Amada School of Engineering, Chennai campus. For this purpose, we have here with most respected Dr. Shankar, Principal of Amada School of Engineering, Chennai campus. Welcome to you, sir.
Morning, sir.
Nice to have you here for this discussion today to know more about the Chennai campus of Amada School of Engineering. My first question would be, sir, to give a brief description about Chennai campus of Amada School of Engineering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for this opportunity to talk to wonderful minds. Prayers to Amma. This institution is part of the world-reputed Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, which is ranked high, not only by the Indian ranking governmental agencies, but also by many of the international agencies. And therefore, we are very conscious about the quality inputs that go into the making of this campus. If you look into the history of the Chennai campus, it was in fact completely ready for commencement way back in 2016 when management had already acquired and the necessary infrastructure was already available in terms of buildings and other resources. But a conscious decision was taken that there's need for a whole-scale revamping of the structure and also to make the campus more green in tune with our own expectations.
Looking
and
beautiful.
standards.
In fact, what I could see in 2016 and what I see today in 2020, the total transformation. The campus has totally changed. I mean, I think it's a wonderful job that you people have done.
Absolutely,
Creating
I think
this
so.
sort of vibrant atmosphere for the children to come and study in this institution.
Absolutely.
So thank you for that.
Yes. Today, we have more than 1,000 plus trees of a variety of species, adding color and greenery.
Absolutely.
And it's a pollution-free ambience. Today, it's spread over 30 acres, and we have the infrastructure spread around a few lakhs of square feet of built-up area. That's more than enough for 4 years for a regular completion, of course. But having said that, we have big plans for future. Being part of the Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, we have ideas to strengthen the research infrastructure in particular and build up the emerging areas of skills that is relevant and being looked forward by industries. So these are the areas that we would like to actually step into. Now getting back to this campus, so it was finally in 2019 that we commenced operation, and we had the first batch of students. We started with the core engineering departments in computer science engineering, in electronics and communication engineering, in electrical and electronics engineering, and mechanical engineering. I should say we had a wonderful batch of students, and we could right away start off with all the kinds of innovations and higher order delivery concepts that we had in mind. And in the second year, that is in 2020, this year we added 2 new courses to our curriculum. We commenced BTech in cyber security, that was introduced for the very first time at Amrita. And we also started at the Chennai campus.
So when you said about cyber security, I think that's only available in Amrita School of Engineering, Chennai campus.
Absolutely,
Your
you're
website doesn't show that it is available in Bangalore, neither in Bangalore, neither in Coimbatore, neither in Amrapuri, right? So it's only now available at Amrita School of Engineering, Chennai, cyber security is concerned.
You're
That's
absolutely
wonderful.
right,
Yeah,
sir. We do have postgraduate and doctoral programs in cyber security. We have very strong human resource available across the various campus at Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. And thanks to this expertise, it was now felt that there's a huge demand emerging for
Absolutely.
professionals in this area.
Absolutely.
The world is going to be digital and is looking for experts in this area.
Absolutely. And you had added AI also.
We have added artificial intelligence as well. We also have another program on computer and communication engineering. So whatever is relevant to industry, the emerging areas, we thought it is
That's nice.
very essential to provide those opportunities
That's
for
great to hear,
students.
sir. Our School of Engineering is about 2 years now. And the tendency of most of the students, especially the parents, is not to send their children of just a 2-year-old institution. There is an hesitancy, there is an apprehension to join a college or a school of engineering with much more experience, exposure. How do you justify welcoming students to our Amrita School of Engineering, Chennai campus? Over to you, sir.
Yeah, I should first thank you for raising this point. This is quite common in the public perception to think twice about joining an institute that's commenced operation just over a year back. Well, I'll have to first emphasize on this point again that Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham Chennai campus is an integral component of the Amrita family, and therefore we inherit the entire strength, the genetic coding that's so inherent and talks about the quality in Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. So if you talk about the industry interaction, if you talk about the international collaborations, if you talk about the human resource expertise, if you talk about the training that we offer to students to participate in mega competitions, if you talk about the kind of opportunities that we provide students for an holistic education, if you talk about value-based education, all those components are embedded here at Chennai campus as well. So I'd only request that it is not to be seen as a standalone campus that commenced operation just 2 years back. It is a brand coming to Chennai.
I think you are right in what you're saying. Like, if you recall your memory, 4 years back we had IIT Tirupati and IIT Palakkad, but they were under the supervision of IIT Chennai. So can I take this example and say, look, you're under the supervision of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham or the flagship like Amrita School of Engineering, Coimbatore, supporting you always with whatever requirements are.
I think we take pride in that.
Absolutely.
We have very close interactions with all our experts at Coimbatore, at Amrapuri and Bangalore. And they help us a lot in planning the lab infrastructure, in planning a research infrastructure, and in ensuring that we are able to deliver the same quality standards in terms of academic and research outcomes for both students and faculty.
So I would say it's just an extension of Amrita School of Engineering, Coimbatore or Bangalore, Amrapuri. So Chennai is just an extension by itself.
I mean, to put it in a lighter way, it's like a brand, Samsung or LG coming to Chennai.
Absolutely,
It hardly makes a difference
Absolutely,
whether
absolutely.
it's a new showroom, but
Perfect,
the product is same.
That's right. Sir, you did mention in the beginning of your talk is about the value-based education that you impart in your institution, and I do agree with that. But in my opinion, is about the type of discipline that you impose in the students, because in any professional life, a discipline is a must. So when you have to get our students disciplined in their 4 years of their life here in your campus, what do you do to make them disciplined students and true citizens of our country in the future? Over to you, sir.
Again, it's in the DNA of our thinking that, Amma's golden word still rings in all our minds, that the very purpose of education is not only to grow the mind but also to expand the hearts. Value-based education is a very strong and integral component of our education. Holistic education is a very integral component of our education here. And we also believe strongly in the fact that we are not just here to mold the students for these 4 years. We are here to train them for a lifetime. Now, why I'm trying to emphasize this is we are very conscious about the discipline because we feel that all the high-end technological inputs, unless it goes into the right mind, it's not going to benefit the society. Okay. In fact, it could become the other way around. It could do more harm than good. What we try to do is, through this value-based education, that's very subtly introduced to the heritage and the culture of our great nation and the best practices. And I think our faculty are role models. The way we interact with the students, the way we have a kind of personal bondage. What is more important is we have several committees, we have several opportunities for students to take leadership roles. In fact, all our events are actually driven by the students.
Okay.
And when you give those leadership roles, when you give them that kind of recognition, when you have that kind of bondage with the students, they would like to live up to that image. So that's been a formula that we have practiced, trying to give an identity to each student depending on their strength. Some are good in academics, some are good in lab work, someone is good at doing innovative projects, someone is good in singing, someone is good in painting, someone is good in organizing events. So we try to give the opportunity as it's fit for that particular student. And when we do that, a majority of students feel self-motivated, self-disciplined, and we feel that that's the way to build them for a lifetime. Beyond 4 years, we are not going to be there to guide them about what is right and wrong. So we are not going around with a stick. But at the same time, we do have very broad rules and regulations. We are very clear. When our student or our parents come and ask us about our rules and regulations, I have only one line to tell them in very simple words. You don't have to go and read through our rules and regulations. Whatever the student can do at home in front of their parents, they are most permitted, and they can do the same thing here. While we do have certain restrictions in their safety concerns and in an overall comfort of a community living in the campus, but they have all the freedom and fun to make campus life beautiful.
So what I understand from your discussion on discipline is that you don't enforce discipline, but make the students feel within themselves as to how important is to be disciplined.
You would agree with me that that's the best way forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, nobody like policing. I mean, nobody would like going behind the students and watching them as to what they're doing, but make them realize that this discipline, what you go through in the next 4 years of their professional life in Amada School of Engineering, Chennai, will lead them to better citizens of tomorrow. I think that is a wonderful way of disciplining the students by themselves, but not forcing them to follow this. That's excellent. COVID-19 has brought us a lot of changes in our life across the globe. Similarly, COVID-19, the pandemic situation, have changed the teaching and learning process, and we have taken over into something called a remote learning or a virtual learning. Under this virtual learning, what was the steps taken by Amada School of Engineering in Chennai or Chennai campus to ensure that the teaching and learning process is not broken? So what were the steps, sir?
It was very clear to us right from the very beginning when we commenced this campus that we are going to involve students in a very techno-savvy learning ambience. Even the pre-pandemic period, if I should say, our entire campus was Wi-Fi enabled. Every classroom had a smart board. It's not just as a glorified projection screen, I would say, but it provided a very lively interaction connecting the students to the cyber world and learning real time from the digital wisdom. And I think that's a very important component that we have to provide to our students of the next generation. Now, having said that, so we were already practicing certain very innovative teaching pedagogies involving very digital learning tools, the student participation in the class. In fact, we had the practice of permitting students to carry their laptops and smartphones to their classrooms, and that used to be a very integral part of their learning. So when this lockdown was announced, it was not too difficult for us to immediately adapt and change gears to go into a fully online mode of delivery. The students were very comfortable as well, as much as the teachers have put effort to ensure that there is no lag. In fact, it's to the credit of all our faculty, I should say. Government announced lockdown somewhere around 16th of March, if my memory goes right, and by 19th, we had a meeting with the faculty, and by immediately, within next few days, we had the online classes going, and therefore there was absolutely no lag. And I should say that it was all possible because Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham provides the kind of online platforms for both for teaching learning platforms. So we have wonderful tie-ups. We have our own university management system developed by our own colleagues here at the university, which supports LMS, which provides for research-based databasing and all the other supports, back-end support that you will need for efficient academic and research pursuit. And given these strengths, it's not surprising that there is no equivalent to classroom teaching, I should say, but given the constraints, we did a fairly good job, and the students are very happy. We had a lot of feedback taken from the students and the parents. I should say they were extremely happy with the delivery and making sure that there is no compromise or dilution in terms of the academic delivery.
That's really nice to hear that the students continue to enjoy the teaching and learning process, especially from Amada School of Engineering, Chennai campus. I think kudos and a big salute to our teachers, our lecturers and professors who've been contributing towards this almost for about 10 months or so. Every institution supports and promotes projects and research. How is it so in Amada School of Engineering, Chennai, and how is it different compared to other colleges across the country? Over to you, Doctor.
Yeah, we tell our students that engineering is not just reading the books.
Absolutely.
It's about training your mind to think innovative and provide holistic solutions.
True.
We encourage our students to think beyond their own fields of specialization. If a mechanical engineering student wants to develop a product, there has to be some sensors. If there has to be some electronics and some coding going into it. Now, that's what makes them holistic engineers. And that's integrated into our teaching learning pedagogy. What we have done is we have introduced in our lab, all our labs, I should say, at least 25% of open-ended experiments. The last two experiments will be designed by the students with the support of the faculty, and we have tried to incorporate an integrated learning model where whatever they have learned in the earlier semesters, if it is relevant to developing a product in this particular laboratory. For example, I can give you an example. If I am having a lab on, say, robotics, automation this semester, if I have already had a lab in IoT and 3D printing, I should say, perhaps Amrita is only one of very few institutes which has 3D printing right in their very first year of syllabus. So we try to ensure that it's not modular in learning, but whatever they have learned in their earlier semesters, they integrate that knowledge and practice into the components. So it's a kind of a progressive learning strategy that we involve the students in. Now, because of that, we have also introduced what is called the capstone projects for every subject. That's part of their academic assessment. They have to translate the knowledge into a product that demonstrates their understanding. And we are very proud of our children. We have some very interesting projects in terms of wireless chargers, in terms of LPG gas leaking sensors, IoT-based services, a whole lot of them that we decided that we will provide a complete, we'll dedicate a complete platform for them to showcase and highlight their innovative products. We have a Facebook Archie's page that will lead you to all the innovations done by students of Chennai campus. I would invite you to go there and watch it for yourself.
Wonderful, nice to hear that. And Dr. Shankar, I would like you to slowly move from this to totally different topic. It's nice to hear our professors teaching 24/7. They have to teach, no doubt about it. But our students also long for listening to the industry experts in terms of multinational companies or international experts and local experts on various corporate in various fields of industries. So if they have to listen to those people who have exposed and experienced in handling industry, what are the arrangements that you do for Amada School of Engineering Chennai campus so that our students are totally updated on what is really happening in the corporate world? Over to you, Doctor.
Yes, sir. As I had highlighted earlier, we have a very strong connect with the industry. Our corporate industry relations, CIR, has networked with a few hundreds of top-tier industries. And inviting experts from industries to share their knowledge is very much a very integral component of the learning ambience anywhere in Amrita. And I can show you our own examples. We have invited more than a dozen industry experts from TCS, from computer vision, and from Intel, and many others. Therefore, students have this opportunity to listen to the experts directly and interact with them. In fact, the new cybersecurity program that we have started, and as I told you, it's a very emerging area and with a lot of challenges and opportunities inherent with that. We have introduced a new initiative where every alternate Saturday there's an expert from industry. In fact, there are a few experts who have come even from US and
that's nice
from
to hear.
Singapore,
Okay.
giving them an international exposure about what this field is emerging and what kind of challenges are upcoming, what kind of skills the students should possess in order to solve these problems. So this is all because the inherent strength in Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. I would say the industry connect is very strong, and the students definitely have an upper edge
Absolutely.
because of this interaction.
So as you rightly said, the update of knowledge, what's happening around the industry, only unless you bring in those experts to talk to your students directly, I mean, they get a better idea, and yes, they could improve in terms of their knowledge on industry as such. Now, we are in 2021, and this is the second batch, and from 21 to 22 would be the third year, and the end of next year, 2022 would be the festival season for placements. After all, Dr. Shankar sir, you'll agree with me that these students are joining you to get a decent job once before they complete in terms of their engineering. And if they have to get employed, because I've heard this, somebody has said this, I don't want to name who said this, that only about 20-25% of our engineers are capable of getting themselves placed, right? Agree, disagree, it's a debating point, but as far as the Amrita School of Engineering, Chennai is concerned, what are your steps that you're taking to make your students fit for employment? Over to you, Doctor.
KK, I would like you to visualize this entire thing.
Yeah, okay. Should I close my eyes and visualize?
Absolutely. If you are a CEO of a company, what's your expectation from a fresh graduate?
If I'm the CEO of a company, my expectation would be, it's called FHFD. When I say FHFD, when I recruit a student from Amrita School of Engineering, when I say FH is the first hour and FD is the first day, I would like to see, outcome, some sort of, from the first hour itself.
Absolutely.
Because principal sir, we don't have time for training them up and then putting them on probation for about a year and then confirming them. No, we want ready-made engineers that who can start performing and we can see an outcome in the first hour, first day. This is what, if I am the CEO of a company.
And I can tell you with 200% confidence that the way we have designed our curriculum, the way we have designed our teaching, learning, pedagogy, the way we involve our students into research, into professional society, technical association clubs, and a holistic education, there cannot be a better place to nurture them to be industry ready from day one. Let me put it into simple components. If you look at our curriculum, we have, as I told you, advanced concepts in 3D printing, in IoT, all these kind of disruptive technologies that we are talking about that is going to make a world of difference in the next decade. So all these students are exposed right from the very first year. I'm not saying students are being given this input in the third year or final year. Right from the very first year, we have excellent labs. We have built up an Intel IoT lab of excellence, where students get to really go and experiment with some of their innovative ideas and try to observe for themselves. That's the kind of experience that we provide students. Now, as part of that, we have a lot of capstone projects, and therefore they have an opportunity to deliver their innovative mind and showcase their innovative minds. When they come to the final year, it is not just their academic grades, but these innovative projects, their participation in mega competitions. We have several platforms to pick, choose, and mentor students for big events, because it's a big learning experience apart from participating in these competitions. The way we involve students in research activities, some of them may not be very good in academics, but when it comes to passion for research and bringing out some new outcomes. Wonderful. So we provide them a 360-degree opportunity. And there's little doubt that the kind of exposure our students get because of the industry connect all the 4 years, because of the international connect all the 4 years, and because of the kind of faculty expertise available, industries cannot close their eyes.
Cannot say no.
They cannot say no. They, I mean, when the best talents are here,
Absolutely.
which industry would like to turn their back?
Sir, you'll agree with me that the children must go through the 21st century skills which had come into the NEP 2020, and those are like problem solving, creativity, creative thinking, collaboration, communication, and all these are required for a student to get placed in between their third year and the fourth year. If these have to be scaled up, these skills have to be scaled up, what efforts the Amada School of Engineering Chennai campus is taking to ensure that they come out with all these 4 21st century skills? Over to you, Doctor.
We have put a lot of thought on this, and the way we design the course delivery,
Okay.
it's a very thought-intensive process. What goes into the back end, perhaps the students and parents are less aware. But actually, we have very intensive discussions with all our faculty before they commence the semester. The very kind of assignments, we make sure that all these components are included. That's a component for higher order thinking, analytical building of mind. That's a component for showcasing individual talent and understanding. There has to be a component
Absolutely.
for team building, working in teams. There has to be a component for showcasing their innovative talents, and there are opportunities for involving them in research. And as I told you, in all our events, it's the students who plan the events, conduct the events, and execute the entire day. And therefore, they're given those kind of leadership and communication opportunities, which I'm sure when you meet our students, it'll be there for you to see how well they are prepared, the kind of confidence that they would showcase right from the very early.
I think Principal Sir seems to be very confident about the students. That's very nice to hear from you, sir. And sir, it is indeed nice to hear from you that most of those initiatives, it is not faculty driven, it's all student driven. And when I say student driven, like for example, I heard, and that's true, that even during the Teachers' Day, that your children online, they did some activities, where they appreciated the efforts of the teachers and seek the blessings of the faculty. Something like that happened in Amada School of Engineering Chennai. Could you brief on that a little bit, sir?
Absolutely.
What are the other initiatives other than this that they've taken?
Yes. So we have an excellent kind of connect, bondage with the students, as I was talking to you. And we don't lose an opportunity to have a celebration and to give them a platform to express their talents 360 degrees. So last year, when the first batch of students were still in the campus, they gave us a surprise on Teachers' Day.
Okay.
And they took our appointment to organize an evening program. And it was a brilliant performance. The kind of tribute they paid to all their faculty one by one, amazing. If that was not enough, this year we were going through the lockdown and pandemic, and the students once again on their own, they took the initiative on the Teachers' Day. They organized an online activity, and they prepared a wonderful presentation. It was really surprising how much they learn from the faculty by silently observing some of their attributes and character beyond what is taught in the class. They had so much to reflect about every faculty's positive virtues and the kind of motivation and kind of support that they provide. It was so totally different, and it was very individual based that we could really appreciate how much the student learns silently beyond what is taught in the classrooms. As I told earlier, faculty have been excellent role models for students. They are good friends, good philosophers. We interact freely with each other, but we know very clearly the kind of expectations from each other. Yes, and it was not just the Teachers' Day. Even during this pandemic, from Independence Day, Amma celebrations, birthday celebrations, we had a wonderful celebration for the New Year Eve, where the very fresh batch, very first year, they had just joined.
They haven't even met anyone.
They have not met any of us. They have not met each other. But we have already created an ambience where they feel very comfortable to interact and showcase their talents. I'll highlight that a little later, a wonderful exercise that we did. But they put up a great show. We had more than 2 hours of cultural show online, exhibiting some of their best talents in all art forms: dance, singing, instruments, painting. Wow, amazing kind of talent. And ended with a prayer to Almighty for sailing us through a very difficult year, giving us the strength.
So you could expect something for the Pongal?
Absolutely, I think.
And maybe followed by the
Republic Day.
Yes.
Yes, all that. We never miss a single event.
Celebrations, yeah.
Women's Day, Mother's Day, Onam, every celebration.
Also,
we have.
That's nice to
ensure
hear.
that there's a lot of fun alongside the high-end academic delivery. I was also talking to you about the first year. Within 2 months, we have made them so comfortable. We have brought them into the family. It was not an easy task because
I agree with you.
given the fact that we are not in the campus, we don't have an one-to-one physical connect. So we started a wonderful initiative where a director and myself, we met the first year students in small groups of 20 numbers every day evening after their regular class hours. We made a point to have an online meeting in small groups, talk to them, make them feel comfortable to express their larger ambitions in life, talk about their skills, the unique talents that they have. And that's where we have ensured that we have understood all their potentials. And similarly, all our faculty going to the class, they know now the students so
By name.
very well. Absolutely.
By name.
So we feel that that kind of one-to-one bonding is very essential to travel with them, not just for these 4 years, but to prepare them for a lifetime of professional sustenance.
Dr. Shankar, I think we spoke enough about your campus, and no doubt that it's something very unique and special for the students to join you, no doubt. But before we end up our discussion, I think you must touch upon the strength of your faculty. I'm not saying by numbers, but I would certainly like to hear from you as to how strong are they in terms of their own department. That's what I meant by asking you strength.
Yeah, thank you. I should take pride in the kind of commitment and effort taken by our faculty in the last few years in putting up all the quality initiatives that we have started. We are very careful right at the time of selection. In fact, at Chennai campus, we took a conscious decision that all the faculty will be PhDs from very reputed institutions. Many of them have their PhDs or postdocs from IITs, NITs, few of them from very good universities abroad. There are only about 20 to 30% who are pursuing their PhD and will be completing their PhD in the next few years. And therefore, it's we have made a very conscious decision that the faculty selected must not just be good teachers, but must be having very good research credentials, because we believe that unless the faculty involves in cutting edge research, they cannot translate that knowledge and skill back to students.
That's nice
Involving
to hear.
students is very important. So if you look at the kind of broad spectrum of expertise that our faculty have across various departments, it has been well appreciated by several international experts who have actually visited this campus in the last 2 years. There was a professor from UK, one from US, and they all look forward to collaborations with their faculty. We have already initiated a few projects through online virtual collaborations, where we also involve our students in these projects. I think we are also setting up wonderful research facilities. We have already a Intel IoT lab of excellence. We have some very good computing facilities. We are building up all the required research infrastructure that's required to support the faculty to contribute in terms of research. We have identified some of the best projects, and Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham has also provided seed money to several faculty to initiate their research projects, and therefore I would say that the platform has been well founded now.
In my opinion, I have covered almost all the areas of Amada School of Engineering, Chennai. But if you feel that something need to be said more than what we discussed, over to you, Doctor.
Yes, I would like to only emphasize from the student perspective, it's a great learning ambience. As I told you, they are exposed to a very techno-savvy learning ambience, and where all the digital tools, the kind of learning management systems, the kind of resources that we are able to provide them for a beyond classroom interaction kind of learning is very good. And we also have several other platforms which I have not talked to you today, where they can express or discuss about their innovative ideas, not just limited to what they learn in curriculum, because we strongly believe that the student should not be curriculum limited learning experience. So we do provide those kind of opportunities for them to discuss about some emerging topics, something that they've seen in the newspaper, or even science fiction ideas, and so that's all possible. Now we have a program where we identify very capable students with a very good research zeal, and they're mentored by the appropriate faculty. We have initiated a forum, research presentation forum exclusively for students. We call it Vigyana, where they share their knowledge. And we identify students who have a long-term research ambition. And after a couple of months of nurturing by the faculty, and they have done some initial work, we give them the platform to present their ideas in front of their fellow students and other faculty. We have a couple of presentations made already, and amazing the kind of knowledge they possess, the kind of passion they have, and the kind of queries they were able to respond to at the end of the session. It gives them a wonderful opportunity to express, learn from these presentations, as well as give them the much needed confidence
Yes.
for becoming wonderful professionals in future. So
That's it. So
Happy.
that's it. Quite happy to hear from you, Doctor, the uniqueness and the speciality of the Amada School of Engineering, Chennai campus, and the Amada Vishwavidyapeetham. So it was an eye-opener, and highlighting and enlightening discussion that we had today with Dr. Shankar, Principal of Amada School of Engineering, Chennai campus, Amada Vishwavidyapitham. And thank you so much for your time being spent with us, and I'm confident with all what you have said that students will certainly come forward and join the unique special Chennai campus of Amada School of Engineering. Thank you so very much, Doctor, for being with us, and wish you all the best for your Amada School of Engineering Chennai campus in the future years to come. God bless.
Absolutely
Namah
my
Shivaya.
pleasure interacting with you, and thanks for making me recall wonderful memories over the last 2 years, particularly that's a wonderful recap of the nice things yet to happen in this campus, given the strengths of both our faculty and students.
Great.
Thank you.